Well, thanks to technical difficulties, we are still earlier than Jay from Geek Dad Life ever goes live for
I
his
know.
live. Geek Dad Live. Took
Geek
him how
Dad.
many years to figure that out?
Yes. Geek Dad alive. It's too
Oh,
early.
God. It
Too
is
early
too
for that.
early for some of us. Some of us, I mean you. Not too early for me. It's 8:46 a.m., which is still early.
That's still very early.
But we got people in the chat that are here to hang out and figure out what the deal is with the collector con. Oh, by the way, when I looked at Target, you could get the Lionel in store. I didn't check for pickup, but it was shown as like in stock in your location rather than shipping or whatever.
Well, it came back up after like last week. It's like it went down and then it kept on like sporadically coming back up. So I got it like on the second go around.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, we'll see, man. I don't love the idea of like buying that and then buying that light up head thing, but we'll see. That Super 7 model. I don't think you and I talked about like what your thoughts are just on the $35 Super 7 model.
Unfortunately, no, because I was in Asheville, North Carolina, or at least
What?
driving there during when we would have been live last week.
Yes.
So,
although we can't go live next week. I was meaning to tell you, I have to take my daughter to LA for a doctor thing that cannot be avoided. So
okay.
Early in the morning. But yeah, John, what are your thoughts on
Well,
the
before we get into that,
No, I want to know your thoughts now.
I hate Super 7. Hello, chat. Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. We have people waking up early because they have no excuses when you have to wake up at 6 a.m.
I know. I'm up, guys. I guess I'll get up at 9 a.m. if Hatters of it. See, Video Power Gaming knows what's up.
Yep, big supporter of the channels.
Yes.
Glad to have him around. Thank you for being here. And everybody else. We got Super Mario Brothers has been here on my channel since like day one. So I'm always thankful. Truly can count on you to always be around. Not to say that anybody else isn't around, because we do have people, Gotham Stalker, Durant, Deep Space Niner, I'm a ya boy, Focus, all these very familiar names. So very happy to see you all. Mad Hatter, on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe he feels good about seeing you guys too, because you're all on his channel.
No, I love to see the baby boys and baby girls. Okay.
Yeah.
On the channel.
And baby non-binaries.
All of them. All the babies. baby NBs. Can we
there
just,
you go.
just shorten that baby NBs? Baby boys, baby girls.
Love to see everybody here. Artcast, thank you so much for purchasing some street scene stuff.
What?
Recently, I dropped that stuff off yesterday. So just since that's a beautiful segue, he actually got the Ninja Pizza set. He's bought plenty from me, so I'm very thankful for Art. But for anybody that doesn't know, these street scene windows and stuff that go into your NECA street scene. Run out of slots of images that I can put on here, so I can't. Maybe I need to rework some of these things so you can actually see them in action a little bit more than this. I used to have, you can only do like 9 images or something like that on Ko-fi, so I kind of ran out of. Oh, there's just a video, so you could do that.
Hey, discovering it.
Yeah, the discovery of the things that I put up. I'm so stupid. And then the hot item lately, I actually thought the kitchen one was winning for the new inserts, but it's actually the keep out one, this one, which I guess makes sense. It's Donnie's lab, and people
I told you that one was going to be the one, only because that also it requires no depth of perception,
right?
Like depth perception. It's like flush up against the thing. So I love that.
That's true. This one is my favorite, and because of it actually has like this depth to it, and then the side wall. So depending on where you position this thing, there's a lot of fun. The number one seller, of course, though, is this one, the generic one, because you can put it in any spot.
Yeah.
And if you're just trying to complete that living room set, this is obviously ideal. And then there's like mousers and some other stuff. There's some fun stuff. Anyway, this isn't about that. This is about this and sad times. So now that we thanked everybody, now that I just rambled and self-plugged myself, now I'm going to answer your question, because who gives a shit about what's on the screen right now?
Wait, hold on a second. Let's wait. This is it? This is the whole thing?
This is it. Yeah. So now we get to talk about Lion-O and Super 7's $35.
Is this wait, all right. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. It's Sorcerer Mickey.
God.
And he's got a little set with Moana and Geppetto, I guess. John walked away.
Yeah, I collector problems. I just hit my elbow on something and everything went flying off the shelf. God. The latest figure that Nerd or Vanity actually sent me. This one's questionable, man. It's like we've gotten to a new realm of action figures that I don't know.
What is it? I want to know what it is.
This one, I actually sent you a video of it yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday was a shit show.
It's using now a it's squishy.
What the hell?
What's cool about this? It's basically like if you've seen the Chun-Li 1/6 figures where it's like using a unibody overlay or whatever. It's basically doing that. So there are some cool features, like with the shoulders, you don't see any joints, but you can still pose it.
Yeah.
But then you get back here and you're like, oh my, why is this? Why is this so
oh wow.
Yeah. Anyway, ugh, good thing it's already white.
What crap. That actually looks it's a very Jonathan nostalgia type of a figure though.
For some reason, yeah, I know. It just kind of has become that for some reason for the channel. Yeah. It's like
when they think of you, they think of ass.
I blame 5K for sending me stuff first, and then I was like, "Oh God, what are they sending me?" And then I was buying stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. Disney and things for the whole family, right? That's what we're supposed to be talking about. But yeah, this is all we get for whatever reason.
So it's a sorcerer set with Geppetto and Belle and Simba. Who's that? What's the one on the right? What is that?
This guy, I have no idea.
We don't talk about Bruno. Is that what that is? I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah,
I don't even get in the context of Lego, like what this set, like why are these things connected to each other? Like, forget about we don't want it, because I don't. But like, what's the connection? What's the fucking connection of all these characters?
Well, they're all Disney. What do you mean?
No, but like, why are these connected as a movie or as a Lego set? Like,
it's the magic of Disney.
This set is reaching. This set sucks.
It's just doing a bunch of their bangers all connected. But yes, it sucks. It's dumb. Anyway, anybody that buys it is a loser. No, I don't care if you buy it. If you enjoy Legos and Disney, then this is probably a perfect thing for you.
If you buy it, you can't follow.
What's interesting is the stuff it's showing you in this video, but you also have Little Mermaid.
Simba. I don't see Simba on the. Oh, yeah. What is that? What's that over there?
Little Mermaid, Sebastian, and the other one.
If I went to a party and there was somebody, I have like a friend who has like Harry Potter Lego. Him and his wife are Harry Potter nuts, and they have Harry Potter Lego sets all over their living room. If I went to a party and I saw this Lego set up, I would smash it with my fist, and I would get kicked out of the party. I'd probably be banned from their house, but it would be worth it, because
they'd say you're banned, and you go, "Well, you're banned from this friendship for having that stupid."
Yeah, set. Yeah. I'll ban them from me being a friend. You don't want to get banned in that regard. This is such a shit set. John, you know what set I'm interested in?
No.
Is the Lego Legend of Zelda set. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's a Deku tree.
Oh, that's cool.
It's beautiful. It's actually really nice. I may, I don't know, go in on that. God, that Disney set made me mad. I don't even want to do this fucking live stream anymore. It's such garbage. Hey, we got to come out with something, guys, and they just whip that together. Good lord.
Well, let's see how fast it sells out, because there's definitely an audience for it. It's just not us. So $35 or $35.49. So they really had to, like, they couldn't do $34.99. They were like, oh God, no, just come on, guys. We need to milk. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you said a lot recently in your video. Man, it, it's just, when you have other brands doing $35 things, and the most obvious comparison would be NECA. This is just, it just furthers the fact that they're not giving you much for your money. So that makes the $55 one worse, because you're like, if I'm a collector that enjoys all those accessories, I have to spend more. But if I want to save some money, I get so much less. I only get gripping hands. Somebody mentioned that the was it you in your video where you're talking about Biggie only having hands that can't hold the microphone?
I didn't mention that. But that's strange. So
Yeah.
wait, hold on a second.
Right.
He
Yeah.
comes with hands that can't hold the microphone, the only accessory he comes with?
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Notorious B.I.G.
I don't believe that. That cannot be true.
No. Notorious. Let's
Oh, by
see.
the way, Arturo wants your thoughts on the best BJ wars. So John, you got to chime in on that too. While you look for that, let's just go through a few more chats right here. Okay, we got Nerd Affiliate, we got Durant, we got Gotham. I don't even know who that is. I'm your boy. We got Focus. Francisco is here. We got I'm your boy Crypto. Leo. We got Reed. What up, dudes? We got Joey Halom here. We got Derek Chandler, Arturo Castillo. We got who else? Low quality stuff. We got a super chat right here from my guy, the controversial toys, the CT. Thank you, sir. $5. Good morning, all you flocks calling us flock. Thank you, sir. Okay, and thank you for the sweet. I can buy 1/7 of this Lion-O. You get too much new toys and all this stuff. And then I'm your boy. Thank you, sir, with the 5 Mad Hatter memberships. Lucky people, 5 lucky
Not morning
people.
for the Hatter.
Yeah.
No, he does come with the one hand to hold the mic. So I don't know.
Oh, he does come. Okay.
Yeah. So who cares?
I just got my Mafex Bane in yesterday, and holy shit, this figure is awesome. Posting him in a lot of fun. I actually got that too. I haven't done a review yet, but Nickel Stapler, what's up, buddy? Okay, so he does come with that. But John, somebody brought up something good after I did that video. They said that, like, for Lion-O, this is a little more unacceptable. But if you had, like, the mutants, they only really need to come with like I wouldn't mind getting like one accessory. Like if you had like a Jackman, right?
Yeah.
All he needs is his club and then maybe one set of hands, like a fist in his hand. So I think it's a step in the right direction. I don't want to just be like shit on it, but it is weird how it showed you how expensive $55 was when it goes to 35 and you're still like, fuck, it's too much. You know what I mean? It's just like,
I feel like they to add on to what you were saying, which was also mentioned in the Geek Dad Life live stream on Sunday, is that yes, if you were to have all your secondary, third, tertiary characters, the ones that don't really matter but you just want to have, you could make those $35. You should release your main character like this, especially when it's like, hey, here's the $35 thing we're going to do, and call it deluxe, which is a bad name. We are going to give you a bunch of stuff with the main figures. So Lionel will get extra hands, and he'll like maybe not everything that was in the $55 one, but we'll give you some extra stuff that normally we wouldn't give you when it becomes the third tier characters.
Right.
And then that way, maybe they're breaking even or making just a little bit of money or something on your main characters, and then you profit more on your other characters because you don't have as much in the box.
Yeah.
But you probably don't sell as many of those, but whatever, like you kind of you balance it with your heavy hitters is what I mean.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, it's sold out. Potentially, this is a nice Lion-O. Potentially, I say potentially because I don't know how the fuck it's gonna come out. Like you never know. I'm definitely terrified. I do love the package art. I think it's still amazing. Is there a red one or is that a reaction?
A reaction.
Okay. The package art is great.
Yeah, I agree.
Just the whole vibe that they got. Oh, what's up, Toy Cartel? Toy Cartel in the house.
They got to stop doing renders, though. They have to stop selling you with renders, because a lot of people just got who was it? The Conan the Barbarian.
Oh my God, John.
It's laughable.
I have that wave, and it's man, should I do like a shitting on it video? I don't know. Like
Well,
I
that's how
haven't
you'll
opened.
get the views.
Huh?
You'll get the views that way.
I don't want to do it just for like I'm
I
gonna
know.
get views. I'm pretty. Oh, this is up. There you go, guys. You can pre-order this set that is just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's also smaller than I thought.
Yeah, it's small too. $100. Theme is all over the place.
I thought seeing it like this, I thought it was going to be a very large one.
Yeah, I also thought, yeah, maybe that woman is just incredibly large.
Oh, okay. She's what is it with Futurama?
This is a Snoo Snoo, Amazonian.
Yes. Death by Snooze.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Hmm.
This really is a, hey guys, we don't have any fucking ideas playset. Like they literally just taught through. None of these characters have any relation to each other, other
Well,
than
they're all
being
Disney classics, but I just don't know who this guy is. I'm sure somebody's going
Yeah,
to.
but there's other Disney class. Okay, so where's Aladdin? Where's where's the Jungle Book? Like the like.
I don't disagree with that, but the fact that you're saying they don't have any relation to each other is silly because it's Disney.
But hold on a second. There's a ton of Disney. Why are Disney is
I understand.
Like 70
They
movies.
are all related to each other because it's Disney. However, their choices are maybe not the best. So I'm not disagreeing with you per se that the choices were odd.
No, you're not agreeing.
But can somebody tell me in the chat who this guy was? Because I just don't know.
It's Bruno. It's from Encanto.
Oh, okay. So
and we John, we don't talk about that character.
Encanto.
Can everybody in the chat tell John that we don't talk about Bruno?
Unfortunately, man? Yeah, there's been a lot of the newer stuff that I just haven't seen, unfortunately.
I only know because my daughter's like obsessed with like these for some reason. Like she
okay.
Did this.
It's okay
this
if you like it too.
I actually do like this movie. It's actually not a bad movie.
Well, most Disney movies are good. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've seen some stinkers lately. Like I didn't like that.
The live action stuff is.
I didn't like that one in Italy where the kids turn into fish. What is that? I thought it was very average. Luca? I don't know. Whatever that fucking movie was. I used to be obsessed with like Pixar movies. Although there's another Incredibles coming out. That should be cool.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Sequels sometimes can be turds, like Dumb and Dumber.
Oh man, that was a shame. All I remember from that Dumb and Dumber 2 movie, didn't they go to like some old folks home or something? Like at the like that's I remember like I was because I love the first movie and I barely remember the second one.
The fuck is going on?
Are you
Yeah,
buying Halloween
I remember Jim Carrey's character was in like a what do you call them now? Sanitarium?
in like a
That's
mental?
what you used to call them in the 1800s.
Do they still call it an asylum?
I don't know. But yeah, he was in there and he had that catheter in. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that's right. He had a catheter. Dude.
And it was like a 20-year con.
My daughter loves
Anyway,
Lucas the Spider. I don't know Lucas the Spider.
so were there other things that we wanted to specifically talk about? Or you wanted to know my thoughts on the $35 thing, which we talked about?
I
I
want to
don't
know
need to
your
go
thoughts.
any larger than that. I could share some photos from my trip.
You could share some photos from your trip. Um, you could do whatever you want to do. I do want to know your thoughts about
Okay.
also. Well, you're bringing up your photos, okay? I do want to know your thoughts about the Beetlejuice Wars as well, and your thoughts and opinions, Jonathan Nostalgia, about what you think.
Okay.
Because
Who's
there's
gonna
a
make
lot
the
of
best? Yeah.
Beetlejuices that are coming, and
Yeah.
there's also I want to know your thoughts on that.
Beetlejuice.
And there's some Jada toy stuff that is on Toy Arc that I do want to discuss.
Okay.
Also,
Well, then we'll get on all that. Let me just go over my trip to Asheville in case anybody here actually likes me. 46 of you enjoy me. So
I want to see.
45, somebody just left and went to you. The number literally shifted. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go over some stuff. We got a few photos. And for some reason, they're opening up in different windows.
So,
So
John, tell new people.
bear
Tell
with
new
me.
people. You just jumped into trip. Blah. Give some context and tell some people
Yeah,
about what you were doing.
I will.
Oh,
With
sorry.
imagery.
With the
Dang this.
power of imagery.
With the power of imagery. So first up was, oh, come on. Everything's opening in different windows,
I
which
see. I
is
see a
silly.
plant.
Yeah. So this was the thing. The
That was your
Airbnb.
place.
Yeah, the Airbnb. So this was like the first floor and then the people lived above. But they built this place specifically essentially to do this. So they live above, then they have this below. That was the view. So for me, we were talking about like, oh, we got to do something together. And I was like, well, seeing those Airbnb photos of like looking into the mountains, it like kind of really does it for me. So that's why I chose this kind of vacation. I was like, I just want to be able to stare at nature and enjoy it. And I'm a West Virginia boy. So like, it's not, this is higher up in the mountains, but it's not far off that I've forgotten it. In Raleigh, North Carolina. You don't see a whole lot of this. So very, very beautiful. Now I will show you more things. Do you want to see more things?
I want to see
Can I
some.
present myself?
I mean, you should present yourself.
um,
I feel like I would be afraid. Like if you and I went on a trip like this, I feel like it would turn into The Shining real fast.
oh,
Like
I was
that
thinking
isolation
I
would
was thinking more of like you got a real pretty mouth, boy. uh, so this beautiful thing is way up in the mountains. So you actually have to drive to this. And we went there in 2018 and in October. So we had like the leaves were changing slightly, not fully changed at that time, but this was more like fuller green stuff, which is very nice, very beautiful. It just goes on and on and on and on forever. But so the idea was that we basically want to do a vacation. Where do we want to go? It's just a weekend thing, something that is kind of logical. And It's like a 4-hour drive, so not too bad. Which is like the I hate anything that's more than 2 hours in the car, so it's pretty brutal.
Oh, this is a short trip.
Yeah. Here's
Okay.
a pano that I took,
Whoa,
using the
look at the
phone.
pano.
What it did like, this is the problem of taking a panoramic with the iPhone, though, because it was like, "Leaf, leaf, 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 leaf." It just copied
Right,
itself.
right.
But, that's the only thing I saw that was a, digital screw up. But, yeah, it was stunning, and it wasn't hot, which is great. So it's a really good time of the year to go. But we have, I also ended I got stuck. I'm stuck. I went to because it is a toy channel. I did go to Toy Federation, so I know people in the chat most certainly know what Toy Federation is. It's basically the only YouTube channel that is a toy store YouTube channel, and it's shot like you're on Pawn Stars or something. uh, so they have made a name for themselves, and it's surprisingly kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's like it's definitely in a small town, and to get there, we were like a lot of country driving. I was like, well, this is kind of crazy. But there was an hour from Asheville. Almost didn't go. But now I have the very first and only vintage item. This is something I never had, but this is the old
Whoa,
play base.
look at you going vintage, man.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. But I really, after the space Donatello figure came out with NECA, and then finding out that the little jetpack was in the episode that these things were in, and it was supposed to be like a water propulsion thing. I wanted to get this thing. It was like 20 bucks or whatever. Yeah, no articulation, but a lot of lumps. And you know me, like that figure we dropped earlier. Um, but it fits perfectly with your NECA figure. So if you got any of those old things or you want to get some, look at that. Perfect.
Dude, I'd get this. I get like some vintage stuff just to mix with like my NECA stuff. It's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, not everything works, but I was surprised that this is,
Yeah.
it's good. Obviously, some of the stuff like that is kind of very plasticky, but the base item, which you can take all that stuff off. Anyway, and then first time ever
Oh, look at
reveal.
our
So that
guy,
was us
Jonathan.
in that spot. That's like I don't know, 40 minutes from where we stayed or whatever. So there you go. And then I can also present to you one of the most important things for me going into the countryside. Is this seeing this? Just looking at the
Was it
stars.
Toy Federation that you went to, by the way?
Yeah.
There you go.
So being able to see the nighttime sky and all the stars and the Milky Way and just seeing the colors and this was it for me. So basically the first night was very cloudy, couldn't see any of the stuff.
Wow,
So the
that is
second
so
night,
fucking clear.
yeah, the second night, luckily, it was basically you could see this less stars with your human eyes, but you got a pretty good version of this with your human eyes. Um, yeah, it was
That looks like
incredible.
you're in space.
We are in space.
No, you know what the fuck I mean. That looks wild. That's crazy.
Yes.
John, do you have a stalker? Impossible by saying I don't see your stalker in the background. Do you have a stalker that follows you to vacation?
Oh, from the toy hunt video.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was confused too. I was like, "You toy
Uh,
stalker?"
John, even your vacation photos are nice and clear, while mine are all blurry.
User error.
That's pretty awesome. How long were you there for?
We went up Friday, Saturday, and left Sunday.
Did you eat like a fucking pig?
Um, no, still pretty reasonable, but we bought food to eat in the Airbnb for breakfast and dinner, and then most of Saturday and then Sunday we had local local hotspots.
Look at you. Look at fancy Jonathan, boy.
Oh God, yeah, I can hear it in your voice. You really feel that way. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete my trash. So that was that, and you wanted us to discuss a few things. One of those things being all the Beetlejuice. Is there a website that we can go to that has all of these figures? You said Toy Arc.
You know what? Just go to Toy Arc because
All right.
coincidentally they have different articles on the different Beetlegeists.
Oh, okay.
So
well, they got all kinds of new stuff.
Number one,
What
yeah,
do
they
you mean?
got a bunch of new shit. I want to talk about some other stuff. Re-release. So that's the NECA re-release Beetlejuice,
Damn.
which
Hot Toys.
that Hot Toys.
Fuck.
Toy Stucker, you rang. Attack Peter is here. Good morning, Jets. What's
Whoa.
up, Peter? Speaking of Attack Peter, I did just purchase, Jonathan,
Yes.
a figure, a John Carpenter from a John Carpenter movie, a figure of a certain wrestler who can see aliens with glasses. Okay, I'm very excited. I don't go into the 1/6 scale very much.
Yeah.
Well, especially for like realistic figures.
Yeah.
But man, I have to, dude. I love that movie, man. I love. Spoilers. They live.
Whoa.
That's a spoiler of the end of the movie. You don't know if they live or not. By the end, you find out they live.
But so where's this guy's stance on bubblegum?
I mean, he usually runs out, and once he runs out of his supply, there's another thing that has to happen,
Which
and
is what?
that's where it gets a little hairy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm very excited about that figure. Go to, well, yeah. I want first of all, yeah. Beetlejuice is hot right now, and everybody's like, thoughts on Beetlejuice. So there are 3 Beetlegeist figures that are coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like everything converged together into like the time. Well, I guess because the movie's out, maybe they just
yeah. Good. It's called timing. Good timing.
It's called timing. So they got NECA's bringing out old Beetlejuice figures that are not great, but they do have a new one that looks really good. Then they have, so this is the new NECA one.
Yeah.
This one looks good. This is the tour guide.
Yep.
Tour guide Beetlegeist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've always loved this outfit. Head sculpt looks pretty good, man. I'm a little obsessed with this. I've not seen the second movie yet, only because it's just possible to get a babysitter. But the face is great, man. Like, this is a definite lock, I think, for me. There's one face that I think is the best face here. I don't think it's this one, but he's got his rat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, They Live is a movie. I think somebody was mentioning it, Nada from They Live. Jonathan, have you seen the They Lives, or have you not seen
If I have, it was so long ago that I don't remember. It's just one of those. It's like, oh yeah, I just need to like kind of revisit a bunch of classics like that.
The soundtrack goes like this. You want to hear the soundtrack to that movie? It goes, didn't. That's for 2 hours. That's the soundtrack.
Nailed it.
There's no soundtrack. It's just didn't, and then it's wild. It's a wild movie.
Yeah, that is low budget.
Yeah,
saving money for prosthetics. Beetlejuice. One of these is what do you like?
I think this is the face I like most. If you zoom in on that one, John, like it's really good. The likeness is really, it's like, hey, tell your friend, it's just and he's got the rat. Anyway, I really like I think this is a good one.
Yeah, I mean, this is NECA's is maybe the most disappointing to me out of the 3 heavy hitters.
Are you disappointed with this one? Because the one that's really disappointing is the fact that they brought back
Oh no, I yeah, for sure. Their re-releases or whatever, those basically statue things are very sad.
Yeah, that one.
Hey, can I get some articulation here? Hey. Whoa! My arms are stuck. Yeah, this is a really sad. A
Look at his
sad one.
arms. Don't even re-release this. Like
Yeah.
it's not doesn't hold up. His arms don't bend, and the knees don't bend. He's got Freddie Mercury syndrome.
He does look at him in the box.
Yeah, look at his why are his arms so long?
They do seem oddly long, yeah. Oh dang. Includes a journal. Well, that's cool. So that is actually a usable book. I wasn't sure if it was just a backdrop or card or something like that. So it is a journal, which you can
That's how they trick you.
if you go to Spirit Halloween, they actually have some of these books that you can buy. They have a bunch of really nice Beetlejuice props and things that you can get. But yeah, this is a sad little figure, but it was like a smart business decision to just, if we already have that thing, let's just get more out, repackage it, get it out. And
Next
I'm sure
fucking
that it
model.
paid off for them. But then after people were buying that, they were like, "Come on, what do we do one with articulation?" And then this guy's here, but it doesn't do it for me.
Whoa, John, that's tough talk.
It is because I like NECA a lot.
Do you not like
They're
that outfit? Are you
real life humans are kind of spotty with them. So it makes me feel like, is this older stuff that kind of got some new attention? Like what is
Oh, you
this? What
don't think this
happened?
is a new sculpt?
Why? I just don't know. Like the head just doesn't, something feels off about it
Really?
versus looking at like Kino and Professor Perry, which those things are like absolute works of art. The Professor Perry still melts my brain looking at that thing and how good it is, especially in photos. It just looks so real. This one, something just feels off. And maybe I'm not the only one. I don't know. Maybe can somebody back me up in the chat? But this, for a company that generally doesn't do great with human faces, maybe it's a little glossy looking. I think I'm
I
more
like that.
interested in the SH Figuarts one out of the two.
I think this one is I'm very interested to see it because it's probably going to be the most posable.
Oh, for sure. He's got
Um,
butterfly joints. He's got body articulation you can see here. But I don't know what accessories are in. Like, we don't know. All we got were these teaser images.
yeah, he's probably going to run kind of small.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm just thinking because I have that Michael Jackson Moonwalker from Fig Arts. I think it's Fig Arts, and he's like small-ish, and he's a character with a suit. I'd be curious. The face is nice.
Yeah. Now, most likely this guy is going to be in the $80 price range. That's the 75 to 80 seems to be their going rate for live action people. Like the live action Indiana Jones was 80, but it came with a ton of stuff. Or at least it was
Yeah.
80, I think, when I bought it on Ami. So I don't know. The live action Luffy from One Piece is $75 and it comes with like nothing.
Yeah.
So if
That is
this
why
guy,
I won't do 2 shows a night anymore. I won't. I just won't do it.
so this
Can't do it.
guy's probably going to be $35 or $38 from NECA, right?
Yeah, $35.
And then this guy, we're going to just say, for the sake of it, $80. And then
Yes.
155 minus 10% of use code House Hatter at Toy Stalker for this one. And this one comes with more accessories than you want.
I mean, all the accessories are very good.
Yeah.
I do want to say that it's like, yeah, it's a soft, good figure, but man, the thing that sold me is this right here, dude. Like, with the long fucking arms with the carousel that lights up. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's
They
wild.
basically were like, fuck it, let's just make something nobody else will make. And that's what this is. I don't like, this is crazy. I would never, have it on display this way. This is like for photographers or to put into review and then never use it again. Uh, it would be everything else that's in the accessories that work for me, which there's a lot of. So you're still getting
You wouldn't display it with, I know the long arms
no,
are tough, but you wouldn't display it with the carousel head?
no,
Dude, I think I'm going carousel head, man.
because I want the more kind of classic look, which is also maybe like I love this costume as far as like if this is an option. I do love this. This coat is going to be a pain in the ass, but it's like man, if they would have just pushed it and done like a soft goods jacket, I'd pay more a little more for it.
Oh, dude, I'm positive Mezco is going to do this one too.
Yeah,
I'm
all they
positive.
would need to do is like body and then a alternate head that allows you to put the hat on it.
Yeah, dude,
And
they can do this one and they can do the wedding suit. There's like three
yeah,
the easy money just with all these
yeah.
fucking all these I got a super chat right here. Robot reviews with the $10. Thank you, sir. Good morning, guys. Love both your videos and content. Yeah, both always make me laugh too. LOL. I'm definitely all in on the Mesco and SH Fig Arts Beetle Dices. Thank you, Robot Reviews. Thank you for your generosity. And make sure you get, so that's one, Mesco and SH Fig Arts. Great taste right there. Dude, it's to me, SH Fig Arts is a curiosity. I have to see it, but like this one, I'm all in. I love this, the one that you're showing right now, just where he's sitting on the grave. This one's great too. He's just pontificating.
Yeah, it's the Mezco really did choose the right stuff.
The right stuff.
Like the soft goods, that's their jam, right? So the underneath of that is probably just like a pretty generic body, which who cares? Because you don't need a naked Beetlejuice.
I
Here's
mean,
squeeze the juice. Huh. So so this the head sculpts are great choices. I think they did face plates. Is that correct? I know NECA did, which was
no,
surprising.
I want to say that there's an image with 4 different heads.
Okay. It has a mini handbook, which I love. I want the small. I like props. Mezco, like you had with your Dick Tracy figures, like their accessories are just through the roof, man. Like they just put so much love and care into those accessories that it's hard to not just want to buy everything and not care about the figure.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look at this, man. You wouldn't display that? Holy shit!
It is very good. Now you need to build a miniature prop.
Just build the whole thing.
Yeah. And that I think you mentioned it. It's like it is the wrong body, but that might mean they could do the other body later. They most certainly could. And
Yeah,
probably do some
Gotham
exclusive
Soccer
just
said a wedding suit would be an acceptable Mesco store exclusive. See that Mesco, if you're listening, that's a good exclusive.
right.
It's a variant. You don't just take a brand new character and just say that's an exclusive
Yeah.
and do it first. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, look at all these heads, man.
So good. It's interesting. You get a lot of hands, you get a lot of heads, and the fact that they are fully new sculpts versus just faceplates or something is pretty interesting. But great facial expression choices. I think these are better facial options than what we get out of NECA's. Like there's something about this face that is just not doing it for me, man.
Wow, you really don't like this thing.
I don't. I want to because I really enjoy NECA stuff, but yeah, this just feels like something that came out 5 years ago or something.
You know what would be a very creative head if it's something that they would do with the Ninja Turtles line, like at some point, if like this Beetlejuice thing was successful, is remember like when he like goes up to Barbara and Adam and he's like, can you be scary? And he's like, what do you think of this? And you see the back of his head and you see, "Brr." It would be cool if somebody interpreted like what that face was supposed to be. Like I don't know. I know that there were snakes involved, but like if somebody was like, if some artist was like, But you have to be the pressure's on because it's
The
got to be.
pressure is definitely on, and I think that's something we're never meant to see.
We're never meant to see that ever. I
Right.
can't ever see it, Jonathan.
No, I don't want to see it. You can see that happens in the trailer for the second movie. And I was like, okay, good. Yeah, don't show us what the thing is. Because you'll never make it truly scary. It's supposed to scare somebody.
No, I want to see it. Yeah, I do know I am under no delusions that Mezco will probably make another Casey, but it's like, why just annoy everybody with like, why not in reverse? You know what I mean? Like, just annoy everybody now who's like, just like I couldn't get the Casey Jones and they want, and God knows when that other one comes out. Like, it's like, come out with your variant after.
Yeah. Yeah. So weird. There's a lot of customizers making stuff for that Casey Jones. As I showed off in my video, Duarte Studios making the
the
shoulder pad, which is awesome. But then people are making like red shirts for him. They're making different pants for him. So if you're like, Mezco is the perfect place for soft goods customizers. You should be focusing heavily on different ways to play with the Mezco figures, make new suits, make new shirts, whatever. I love that stuff.
I've seen a good deal of red shirts.
Yeah.
Like red shirts customizing. That is what is cool about Mezco, is because you can just kind of swap. This right here, dude, like just the fact it comes with the light up tombstone, like that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Now, a few people had mentioned on my last video that the sideshow one is really good. I have only seen it in ads. Have you seen the sideshow one?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, sideshow. I think there's a new sideshow one that's coming out. Is it this one?
Well, Hot Toys, yeah.
Oh, Hot Toys, yeah.
That doesn't look good.
I don't like that. This is the one that everybody was recommending.
Okay, this looks like you're out on Halloween, and this guy just did a really good cosplay.
Yeah. This is like a Universal Studios. I mean, I do like the eye bug out head, but
right. It doesn't look like him.
If this is the one, I do not like this. I mean, that face is okay. Maybe it's the angle.
Yeah, the Mezco one is superior.
Well, sorry, somebody's saying there's a sideshow one and a Hot Toys one from part 2. So maybe this is the Hot Toys one, obviously. But then somebody said there's a sideshow one.
But I mean, Hot Toys is sold on.
No, but Sideshow makes their own like 112 too, I think. Like, there you go. Beetlejuice figure.
Okay, this is looking better. It's still a little weird. I don't know. It's the hair, I think.
I think there's something with the hair that's
the root. It's not quite as green as it needs to be, I think.
It's also it's like the hair kind of sits at the top of his head in like a weird, like the face is I don't love this.
It's not as green as it should be, the hair.
No, I like the Mezco one more. I'm sorry to say. So I don't know if that's blasphemous. The hair, something about the hair is bothering me.
It looks better than the Hot Toys, though.
It does, but I don't. I'm sorry if this is the one. It's not. It's not for me.
Yeah, this is Beetlejuice that went to a salon and got his hair kind of fluffed.
He got his hair did.
A little more volume. Yeah, doesn't work for me.
No, dude, the Mezco one is still. I still think my prediction will reign supreme. They have.
Oh yeah, how about this? Talking about those Bishojo statues that we loved from the Transformers. How about that?
Oh God,
they love doing this.
What is this?
I don't know. It's funny though. It's like it's just not. It's taken Well, I guess that's kind of on brand with them, but it's taking everything that is. Oh, look, they teased the other costume. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny though.
Let's make. All right, guys, we're gonna make Beetlejuice sexy. Ugh.
Leave that for people at Halloween. Damn it.
John, what happened to the horror comedy? Like when we were growing up, you had films like Gremlins and Beetlejuice and Ghostbusters, and they ruled. And I can't think, and I'm not talking about a sequel, and I'm not talking about a reboot, but what the fuck happened to horror comedies? I've been thinking about that the other day. Like, what was the last good? And I'm talking about that like got pushed and made like a lot of money because like a studio pushed it and put it out there. I'm not talking about like some indie or something like that's like a genre that went away. What's yeah, somebody said Tucker, Archie said Tucker and Dale. Like, but that's like an indie. Like that's like where's like
Right.
why aren't big studios Happy Death Day?
It's not really a comedy.
Is that a comedy?
It's just a light.
I mean, it's comedic. I mean, I saw both of those, but but again, dude, like these are independent movies. What We Do in the Shadows, Shaun of the Dead. These are like okay, Zombieland. Zombieland is one for sure.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was like but 12 years like I just don't see it a lot. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you're
miss
right.
horror comedies.
Usually low budget. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I forget the guy's name, but there's an indie film that would play in that space for sure. But that it is God, what the hell's his name? He originally got famous because he made a YouTube video where he like spliced himself into uh a news channel's thing about this devil statue being erected in town.
Oh
And
wow, I never heard of
they're
this.
like, you know, we're here, we're gonna be talking to people out. I don't even know if they talk to people out front in the original, in the actual thing, but he splices himself into it as if he was being interviewed on the street about the statue. And he's got this hat on, and he's got this beard, and he's like, I don't know. I am here because of the hell Satan. And he's like, I live in my mom's basement. And he just gets really, really weird and awkward. But it's called like awkward. If you Google awkward Satan guy or something like that, yes, Onyx the Fortuitous. That's his like character name. But there's a movie based on that he finally made after like 20 years of that character. But he was so popular with it, he was like going around to conventions stuff as that character. It's so good. But I do want to watch that movie.
I gotta check that out. And so they made a movie based on his okay. Cocaine Bear. I guess was that a horror? I didn't see it. That's considered a horror.
It was considered a bad choice on what's her face's part to direct it.
Okay. Renfield. Where's like the new Beetlejuice? Not, and I'm not talking about literally. I'm talking about like where's like that movie that's like some off the wall like that's like an off the wall. That's not just like a slasher comedy. Like it's so crazy. Like why isn't there anything original that's like that? But like for not that story. I'm not saying you know another crazy ghost guy, but like imaginative and insane like that. You know.
Yeah, I assume most studios don't want to dump money into that kind of things because it's not safe.
I know, but it's just like if you make the smaller version, you create like an IP that you can like that Beetlejuice new movie made like $1 billion. It's gonna make like $1 billion.
Yeah,
So it's just like, why not invest in like
but like
remaster
900 million
it?
of that is based on nostalgia. So how about you're a writer? You like horror stuff. Why don't you write it?
You know what, guys? You know what, John, you're right.
Here's the
I'm
premise
going
of it.
to huh?
The premise is it's all self-contained. The guy writing it the story is about a guy who's upset that these movies don't exist. And it's pretty funny, but then the horror stuff starts happening within itself.
Oh, it's like a meta. It's like a
Yeah.
meta thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. From now, I'm gonna give myself 1 year. I'm going to write this thing, and it's going to be a wildly crazy. John, can you be in my movie? Can you
It's
play a
up to the
part?
casting director.
What if I tell the casting director to cast you though?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a moneymaker, but I'll be in it.
Why? Dude, you could play. What if there's a bunch of guests that show up and you play like, like the boyfriend of somebody, some hotshot actress that we get, and you're the boyfriend and you're wearing like a sweater, or maybe you play a priest. I would like to put you in a priest uniform. Like, what if you show up and you're like, hey, I'm Father this and that, and you show up and you do it like, we'll find something for you.
Can we find a way to make fun of what's his face for being in 2 different Pope exorcist movies, but they're not connected?
Russell Crowe?
Yeah. They have nothing to do with each other.
Don't you talk shit about Russell Crowe, okay?
They have
Dude, you know
nothing to
what?
do with each other. It's
That is
crazy.
very funny to me. I really feel like Russell Crowe is real lazy nowadays, and he probably was like his agent was like, "Okay, Russell, we got these 2 priest movies. I don't know which one you want to do." And he's like, "Well, I can make some more money if I do." And like he was like the idea of like I can knock out 2 movies, make double the paycheck, and not change my outfit. Because let's face it, Russell Crowe nowadays, he really wants to wear robes in black because
Right.
I mean he's a little more rotund than the Russell Crowe we know. No offense, hey, do your thing. But like, I think he just was like, I'm just gonna shoot these movies back to back, and like I just wear the same outfit. Why not?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. When they're cut, when they yell cut, we're gonna reset. He goes over to the other set and just
Yeah, he
shoots.
just jumps to the
It's
other
just
set. And he's like, all right, what are we talking about? And he's like, he doesn't, dude. I guarantee you, he doesn't even have a sense of like what's going on in the scene. The director's like, okay, well here you got to save the little girl. He's like, but I'll just save the little girl. He's like, that's the other movie, Russell. This you're doing 2 of the ages. Yeah, he just jumps from soundstage to soundstage.
it's a smart business choice.
Yeah.
Um,
Danny from the Who clan is here. Jonathan, can he
oh,
have a role? I think for sure we need a British guy. We need a British guy in this movie that we're creating.
yeah,
So
you could do
Dan,
the
I think,
voiceover if nothing else. If we can't afford to fly you out, we'll just have you do the narration.
dude, wouldn't that be a cool? Like we start off with the narration from Dan, and he's like, this is a movie about a haunted house or whatever it is," and like, and people are like, "Who's this voice?" Like people that don't know us on the inside track.
Yeah.
They're like, who's this? And it's just all us toy guy. We get together, we make one phenomenal, crazy movie. And then 30 years from now, we make $1 billion off the remake of that or the sequel of that movie.
Yeah. I want Dan's I want his version of like Planet Earth.
Oh man, Dan narrating like a Planet Earth would be great. I love that.
So on to the other topic that you desperately wanted to talk about.
Yes. What, Jonathan? What do you think of? I have not discussed this on the channel.
Yeah.
Okay, Jada Toys. Me and Jada Toys we're fighting a little bit. Okay,
Oh, okay.
because I constantly want to get actually is Jada on Toy Stalker? I think it is. I just do all my shopping there, so I just kind of want it to be there, and so I don't like when like I can't get my stuff there.
Yeah.
But I think it is. I think it is on there. Are you in on these? Are
Yeah, but
you?
I'm not gonna buy them online because I feel like my chance. Well, it's always a pain in the ass to find them in Target, but you usually can get them earlier in Target. So I
I
didn't want to
never
order them.
see Street Fighter in Target. Like
Jesus,
very rarely do
oh,
I
that's not
see.
fun.
I have never even seen that red Chun Li. Like, have you even seen? Like, I've never even laid
Yeah,
my eyes on the red Chun Li.
I think so. Yeah. Now my stores generally get these much later than everybody else that does get them, but it seems to be like 1 in 5 Targets gets them when they're supposed to. So the last couple that I've like wanted and tried to get early, uh they came from somebody else and they shipped them to me. But so yeah, you don't have to go anywhere but Toy Stalker and use code House Hatter so we can take the profits from his hands.
I take all his profits. I put him. It's like
Yeah.
the milkshake scene from.
As we've said before, we want to make him regret ever giving the discount because so many people have used it.
Oh, dude, I love. I love the idea of him just. He's like, oh, I got some sales, and then he sees those discount codes, and he's like, fuck, and then
Yeah.
like.
Oh boy. Yeah, these are stunning representations of the classics that we know and love. And you've said it before. This is like the first time we've gotten I can't zoom back out.
DJ.
First time we've gotten this guy, DJ, right?
So, yeah, DJ, if you were into the old Sota toys, which are still great, except the last wave kind of shit the bed.
Yeah.
Um, they never made DJ, so that was like always like gnawing on a lot of like people, including myself, because you're like, it's part of like the World Warriors plus Turbo. Turbo, you brought in Cammy, T-Hawk, DJ, and Fei Long,
Yeah.
but there's no DJ with the F. But now you get a DJ, okay? And finally, maybe the first. I don't even think Storm Collectibles has made
Storm
him.
Collectibles is an interesting one to me. I don't know a ton about their line, but it seems like they're kind of all over the place with the figures that they release.
I think Storm Collectibles, honestly, dude, is run by like some rich dude that doesn't really need to make sales, because they have such a all over the place business model. Like, dude, they have been working on Street Fighter. When did the first Storm Collectible Street Fighter come out? It's like, what is the holdup? Well, why does it take so long
It
to
is kind of
release?
crazy. It's like they overproduced all the different lines they're trying to work on. But Jada Toys staying laser line focused and getting these things out is smart. They're releasing them kind of every so many months, and then I think they're finding a lot of success with this.
Yeah, they're just going for it.
And
They're just
starting with
fucking
the lower cost ones, and then working your way up to the more expensive, I think is also a smart choice. To those hefty boys that are gonna
yeah.
run more. Toy
Although,
Stalker, look, yeah, I appreciate you being here, but when we talk a lot of smack like that about we're gonna make you regret giving that discount, that's because so many people are shopping on your site. You see that? You've gotten so many people to buy from you that now you're stressed out. That's all
yeah,
we're trying to do.
yeah, Toy Stalker, why don't you fucking relax? Okay?
Yeah, we're trying to give you business, bro. Where's my discount?
Yeah,
I have to
Johnny
say
discount.
use code househeader. Hitter? Whatever.
I'm sure he can create a House Johnny for you.
House
You got this crescent thing that he
Yeah.
does.
But I do want to say that if you use code house nostalgia, you actually 10% gets added to your order. So
that would be fun. That would be fun
it's
if you
to
could
offset. And you use the honey thing, and it's like, we found a great promo code. It adds 10%, and you think it's minus. Oops.
How mad would you be if you weren't paying attention and you realized you got a 10% added?
Look, this is so good, and the articulation of the hair is smart. It seems like it's got this kind of natural curve to lay on his back, but that also allows this cool, like, motion effect to happen.
Yeah, the motion is.
He's got a real.
Do you think I could sell pants like these, like that say maximum on the end? Like,
I'm glad you brought that up, because if you don't do that, then you've missed out on a huge opportunity.
Okay. If
but
anybody
I think you
can
could just
find
do
me,
Hatter.
okay, that's good self promotion. Like pants, like you see me at a convention and I'm wearing sweatpants, a Hatter like on the side. That'd be pretty cool.
And then on the butt, like back in the early 2000s, it'd say like Juicy.
Yeah, that's right.
It should still say Juicy, but I think you should do that.
What if it says Juicy?
Well, I think you could wear them. Very few people could purchase those things and wear them.
JEWSY.
Yeah, but I like that.
You know what? I made myself laugh. That's Yeah, look how cool this. Look at it, dude. Come on, that's a Jonathan pose right there, man.
It is. That's where they got it.
Yeah, I'm sure they did get it from there. I'm sure
I'm the creator
they're
of it.
they're cribbing you, bro.
Yeah, I might have to punch June in his face if I ever see him, and be like,
Yeah,
"Where are my royalties?"
I know. I like Lee's idea. On the ass, it says bump. That's clever.
That is pretty good.
Here's all the
Uh,
stuff. Here's all the goodness it comes with. That's all you need, right? You know, it's got the screaming head. Hey, Super 7, you don't need a ton of accessories. Check this out. You got one alternate head, two alternate hands, and then like an accessory weapon or something. Or in this case, they have no weapons. They just have that. But you feel like this is a full figure. Also
yeah,
costs, I mean, it costs 20 bucks or 25 bucks. So,
25 bucks. Yeah.
you know, that's unfortunately you're competing in the space. Whoa, hey yo, John. John, this is a PG. Well, I guess it's not a PG show, but yeah.
No, this is taking from your shelf space now. I'll never forget Lotus Blossom on your shelf.
You gave me so much crap for
I know,
for
playing in my
butt
space. You were
showing
people
Lotus.
think that I was the first to have this kind of stuff, but it's you.
I know, but it only got like 10 views, so they associated with you because you got a lot more.
This is
Hey,
fantastic. I am a little worried about the if there's going to be like obvious differences here, because this happens pretty often with a lot of brands where when you have like painted skin tone versus like a plastic skin tone that they stand out.
Oh, you're
You
talking
know,
about her camo or or the
well, like this
oh that just
specific,
like the articulation
this
on
is
the
going to
ass.
be painted plastic up here to look like skin tone,
Oh, I
and
got
then
it. Yeah.
this is a plastic skin tone molded in skin tone with some like shadows and highlights and stuff. But this is like whatever the base color is. I would assume green,
Hmm.
because that's also probably. I mean, the DJ has the same fists as Ken and Ryu, so they're kind of reusing some parts, which is smart. I imagine that's happening here. That she's got
Yeah.
similar parts to Chun Li, like the legs mostly are probably the same thing, in certain parts of the body. So
Did the Jada Chun-Li have like thigh cuts too?
same as this, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Her face is really good.
Yeah. I think this is kind of like proof that they're getting better over time because they revisited Chun-Li, right? Like they did like a silent re-release of Chun-Li and her face
Yeah.
sculpts were better, or at least the paint work. And I think this is kind of showing that okay, we're getting better as we go. These head sculpts are certainly much nicer. This is a great looking figure.
Oh man, look at that.
And it's like it's also crazy the levels of articulation. Now, to get this level of articulation, that's her cheek. So that is her leg is completely turned around, which is hilarious. Um,
Yeah.
but this is yeah, it's proof that $25 you can really do a lot in that price
Dude,
range.
this is a $25 figure.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It's got a lot of attitude.
Yeah, a lot of tude.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, there's certain things about the Jada toys that I'm like, these certain things bother me, but it's a $25 figure, and at the end of the day, it's hard to beat that. But it's usually for me this section here, the elbow joint, because it makes the arms like it gets so skinny in that elbow that it makes these things like very plump on the guys and the girls.
How can they fix that though?
I don't know. But that's like it's such a minor thing, and it's like, well, that's allowed them to do this double
Oh
articulation at
man, I
this
love
price
this.
point. There's like, yeah. So it's plus, vanilla poses are the worst poses. Like if you're gonna put it on your shelf, this is great. If you're gonna put it on your shelf and you don't have space, this is perfect. Do this one. What else could you do that doesn't take space? This is great. So there's obviously but there are great poses you can do that aren't vanilla poses of them just standing there like this. So if you have like Reveltech stuff and you're like, the joints, but I don't have space to do dynamic stuff. Just find fun things like this.
Dude,
There's a lot of
so good.
you're giving there's a lot of character coming out with poses like that, which is
I like
nice.
how hippie she is.
Yeah. She has to be. She has to kick down doors.
Oh man, I love it, dude.
But speaking of DJ, so his hands are the same. I don't know if any of the body stuff would be the same, like maybe the arms, but then the legs, obviously, all of this is the same as from the waist down, basically.
Yeah.
We've seen this before.
So
So they're
apparently,
smart.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's Ryu pants. It's just or the legs. Apparently that Guile is being retooled. Like there's
Okay.
like the shoulders were not broad enough or something. So
Oh,
I think they
interesting.
gotta, which is I mean, good on them if that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? Going back to make it as perfect as can be.
Interesting. There's a website called HK Toy Box, so Hong Kong Toy Box. So it's like 5K Toys and all these other sites. You see a lot of the same stuff on there. So the things that I talk about that 5K has, they have a lot of those things plus other stuff. But right now, these two are on their site for pre-order, which I thought was really weird. That they specifically showed these two figures for pre-order, but you can't do that anywhere else.
That is weird. I wonder. Yeah, dude, I might go in on these, man.
They
I
look
don't have.
really good.
Yeah, like I don't have any connection to this IP.
Yeah.
But I also whatever. I don't care. Like if
It's on
Jada
Max
makes,
if you want to
huh?
watch. It's on Max if you want to watch the show, but it's that kind of
Have you
anime
seen
where
it?
there's like when they like punch somebody in the face and their head explodes, like all that blood and craziness is there.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty intense. But
Dude, this looks really good. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, with the soft goods, that these are going to run more into the higher end, like not higher end, but at
no, I get it.
$35 minimum, maybe even 40.
Well, I was gonna ask when you saw it on that site, you didn't see it. There was no price.
Just like a pre-order price, so like a deposit or whatever.
But it didn't say the full price.
No, but I would not be surprised, even without the soft goods, just that there's so much more tooling. There's no reuse that they can do here, and I didn't say multiple reuse. I said reuse. Okay, not reuse.
Reuse, reuse skill.
So all of these parts are custom for that figure, plus the soft goods that were made by Rebel 10 Customs. Yeah, these things are definitely going to run.
Those guys, these won me over at the STCC.
Yeah, they're great.
I think it's just the fact that it's like Jada articulation with soft goods was just really good. Look at all the beautiful Street Fighters.
I know.
I
I'm trying
miss
to find
seeing
the Guile.
Akuma. Oh yeah,
Yeah, the Akuma. That's an easy build too. God, it's so good. Let me see his face. Where Guile's way down here, but I don't think. Let's try this other listing here. So this is the only real shot I think we have of him. Is this one? So we don't think his shoulders are big enough?
There was something with the shoulders that I had read that they were trying to they had to retool something.
Now, thinking of his stance in the game, he's always kind of like his shoulders are very high. So maybe they're thinking, oh, you can't recreate that with these butterfly joints because they have this
Maybe,
hard plastic going over the top part, so you can't lift them up.
maybe.
Yeah.
I think I like the Storm Collectibles Blanca also more than this Blanca.
Yeah, this does look like an early prototype though, because he's so glossy.
Maybe. Oh yeah, is this early? Okay.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. They don't release these as shiny figures generally, and he is very shiny. So I would think that's a.
I hope Blanca comes out better. Because yeah, the Storm Collectible Blanca I think beats it right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So Yeah, she looks a little shinier there, but not too much. But yeah, this whole line, you just can't beat it, man.
That T-Hawk. And there's like so many different bodies. You know what I mean? John, somebody, I think
Classic
Impossible Player
Street
was
Fighter.
asking, huh?
Classic Street Fighter Tony.
Street Fighter, dude, he'd probably do well in Street Fighter. He's pretty jacked. He's got a lot of sugar in him, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
What would his moves be? What would his catchphrase be?
well, he's got to do Tiger Uppercut. Right?
Yes. Me uppercut.
Maybe something. Is there a pun on there? That's they're great. Like a move. Like, is there anything?
I know that's what I was thinking about, but I don't think so. Frosted. He could do like that, and it puts you. It's almost like a freeze attack. You like.
Yeah.
You
Well,
get
I
a
was thinking
code.
like like fatalities would do well because then he could do something like, you know, like a fatality that had to do with like frosted flakes, like grabbing you or something like flakes would start. Yeah,
Wrong
like
franchise.
he could do something, but like, yeah, I wonder.
Wrong franchise, you dummy.
Sorry. Please look
Scott.
up Kellogg versus Capcom, Johnny.
That's what somebody said.
What the fuck? D Record says that. Told you to look up Kellogg versus Capcom. Now I'm curious.
It's a 2011.
Oh my god. What
So this is one of those. What were those?
the
What are those?
fuck?
Huh?
No, I'm just saying this
What's
concept is so fucking cool.
what is that
Already I'm in.
gaming platform to do the emulator or whatever to run arcade games? What is that called?
MAME?
Yeah.
Not that I
So
run
I mean,
emulation games.
it's interesting. I'm not really seeing much.
Dude, there's a whole
I saw this.
yeah, look at that. Like open that wider.
Who's excited for the new Kellogg's versus Capcom? This
Dude,
was
I
1
would
year
be
ago.
all over this fucking game. Holy shit.
But I
Wait,
know I know it's
is
not
there
real based
Yogi?
on these images.
Wait, but this maybe this is not the right image because I've seen like Bart Simpson. What the fuck is this shit? I want to see the premise that I was promised is Capcom fighting cereal mascots. Like that one, like with Ryu and Tony the Tiger. It's
Whatever. I'm over it.
these records saying it's the first image. That's the one.
Oh. Well, son of a bitch. What did I type? Kellogg.
Where's Capcom?
I can't.
Yeah, that one. The first image. Dude, I would love this. I would love this as a cereal and as a game.
Sugar Smacks, my boy.
Would Sugar Smacks be who would be your fighter of choice if you had to go not on the Capcom side but on the Kellogg side?
Well, then I would want to look at the list. Well, I don't know why is Daffy Duck.
No, but that list is complete.
I just want to see a list of Kellogg's people, and that's not really doing it for me. You can't really see them all. Well, you got the Rice Krispie Boys, you got the Sun from Raisin Bran, you got Toucan, Sugar Smacks Boy, whatever the hell this guy is, and you got the Kellogg's Rooster, which no, and then Tony. There's definitely more Kellogg's mascots than this, right?
Maybe I was looping in every cereal mascot, like
Yeah.
the Lucky Charms and whatever. Like, you know, maybe that's what it should be. If I'm being honest, it should be every cereal mascot in a fighting game against the Street Fighter people.
Yes. Now I'm in.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's talk about something else.
Somebody said you should do Street Fighter backgrounds, John.
I get a lot of I shoulds comments. They're not my favorite. I know that people don't generally mean it in a rude way.
Are you saying that I'm rude?
they would like to see versus you should do this. But generally, the people that want me to make something is so very specific. And what is it they wanted me to do? Make Street Fighter backgrounds?
They're saying like, would you ever make Street Fighter backgrounds? And then you went into your whole fucking thing about the word "should," which is really the most important part of that, right?
Yeah, I was basically saying go fuck yourself. This is where you would want to get those. So the same guy did the Casey Jones.
Oh, I like that first image with.
And I got to see his stuff in person. He makes the space boots for the NECA Turtles, but he soul sells. He does a lot of these different backgrounds, and well, that didn't work. You could the DIY one, you could get the painted one. Like he is a master painter at this stuff. But yeah, he does these where they're all 3D. So they're
wow.
what is that? Like a relief thing where it's tiered. It's not a flat image. These are all like sections. So there's depth to it. Isn't that awesome? Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
You just got so quiet.
Yeah. He sold out of all of these.
Yeah. $275 too. So I figure people probably would rather have my printed version, but these things, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's all 3D printed stuff, but he's a master at this stuff. The Mezco vans.
Oh, is this the same he's the one that's doing this.
Yep.
Yeah, this was a very tempting prospect, like just making this into like almost like a Mezco type van.
It's so perfect for Mezco, and it's crazy because it's like obviously Playmates didn't know this was going to happen when they made this thing, and then when they clearanced them out last year, now they're back again. But when they clearanced them out last year, it's like perfect for him because he can buy these things at a low price and sell them. I think they're like $500 at the end of the day or something.
Yeah.
Oh, $250, so $300 total shipped. But that's a lot of work too, so it's worth it.
So you buy a van, you send it to him basically, or he buys his own for whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. You probably read through this thing if you already have your own van, or if he's got.
By the way, I will say that there's no chance that Mezco is doing vehicles now, so I think that it's probably a lock that they're going to do some kind of a turtle van, which will be wildly expensive.
Jesus Christ, I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine. He's also got a lot of stuff that's not even on this site that I've seen. Like he has so much stuff that it's like it's kind of overwhelming sometimes. Like sometimes when I saw it in person, he had a booth at like a toy swap here in Raleigh, well, in Durham, but he had all these like barrier things, all the stuff we're looking at here. But then he had so much more. Like he had, you know, those. If you're like, there's like a chemical box that's like probably holds like 1,000 gallons or whatever, and it's like a white container, and then there's like a steel cage around it. He has all of that stuff available. Like it's really good. There's a lot of people that do well, I was thinking this was like a large shipping crate, but these are smaller, so that's cool.
They do great stuff, man.
Damn.
These are custom. That's another reason why these are pricier, guys. Just so these are custom. This is made by a guy. You know what I mean? Like this which
he's sitting down and painting these by hand.
He's sitting down and painting these by hand. So Moscato bot here. Which van
here?
He's using as a base. He's using the Mutant Mayhem van.
Yes,
as his base. Speaking of A-Team, dude, I am. Well, let's finish with this, but I want to take a look at the Ramen Toy site because
yes,
I really want one of those fucking vans.
I do too. And I got to share my thoughts. So let's talk about these vans. Let us, shall we, talk about these vans. The prices for the early birds especially for people that want this thing with all the goodies, fully maxed out. Plus, he threw in the windscreen thing that you get from this
Windscreen.
one. This.
Oh,
So
okay.
this was originally, because it's not part of whatever this happens to look like. That was never part of it, and he never
Mhm.
promoted it that way. But because people are silly boys and girls, they thought this was supposed to be included. So now he's just including it with this one.
Oh, smart move.
So great price. No idea on the shipping of these things. I assume it's going to be like the
I
ramen
think I
racer.
think it'll be stay comfortable with $50
Yeah,
until I mean
because I don't
they're
think
coming
he's
from overseas.
yeah, because I don't think he's doing the whole like ship it to somebody to distribute like with Toy
No,
Stock.
he ships it directly from his warehouse. So so
Yeah,
if you got it for 120 or whatever,
yeah,
I would be
125 bucks for the
ready.
early bird. So
Yeah.
$175 plus taxes or whatever to get this entire thing. It doesn't light up or anything like the ramen racer does, which I think is a great
I
move.
am I am fine with these things not lighting up.
Yeah,
If it can save money, I don't give
yeah,
a shit about like a little light up that I'm gonna do once and
right.
then fucking shut off.
Yeah. In fact, I forgot in my review to record the audio that the car made, and I had to pull it from one of Ace's other videos or somebody's
Oh,
video.
okay.
I had to
Yeah.
just like take the audio and like I threw it in for like 3 seconds and was like, oh, I forgot. Because to me, it's not about that. I don't want it to make noises. I honestly kind of hate that it made noises.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Um,
you got 2 super chats.
oh, well, that's unusual today.
Why don't you do a little read ski and then
uh,
fucking go.
Robot reviews, $10.
Oh,
BTW. Wait, hold on.
character work.
BTW. Let's go more robot voice, not a robot. BTW. I recently customized an alien Romulus popcorn bucket into a working bio chamber with bubbling water and battle damage running inside of it. I think you guys will enjoy it. LMK, what you guys think? Now let me read it without doing that because I have no idea what I just read. Alien Romulus popcorn in a working bio chamber with bubbling. Oh, I don't know. The only popcorn.
Oh man, that made me laugh.
So I'm kind of bummed to know that there was a popcorn bucket that looked like this.
Wait, whatever.
This exists.
The stupid voice. It's so stupid. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome
What was
back.
your thing?
So the
How do
comment
I
is about
follow
this,
that? Go
and he
on.
turned it
What?
in. He's asking about like our thoughts about turning this into a bio chamber or something. This
Yeah.
is the popcorn bucket I would have wanted. This is what my place had. Stupid.
Ah, that popcorn
It's
bucket sucks.
so sucky.
I don't
And
want just an alien head. I want a playset.
yeah, it looks like black plastic with a little bit of paint. It looks so cheap and poopy butthole time. But well, that one's kind of wild, but also very cheap. The
Nah, I
only
want
thing
the
worth
one.
grabbing here is maybe one of these for the toppers because that's pretty fun. But this bio
Nah,
chamber is freaking awesome.
yeah. So
Dang.
funny, like when you're a toy collector, how you find things that will retrofit into toy. Like
Yeah.
my buddy was able to find me a Batman um, signal, and I guarantee that'll go real well with like the Mezco Batman.
Ooh.
But there was a popcorn bucket. You know what I mean? So I can see this happening a lot, where like toy collectors use like creative popcorn buckets. I was very bummed about. I really wish I could have got the Beetlejuice. I didn't see it in theaters, but that's probably fucking sold out. I wanted that one.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. There were a lot of. I just. I don't feel like the promotion around these buckets is good enough because I
They're
like
selling
this
out.
one. Had no idea that it was a Regal thing because I have Cinemark and I got this stupid piece of shit.
Cinemark, what a fucking loser you are.
But it doesn't matter because if you show up 2 hours after they're available, they're sold out. My freaking Cinemark sold all of the, I don't remember what item it was, but they were like, "Oh, we sold it all to," I forgot that the figure I just reviewed had batteries and something lights up, and I didn't do that in the review. Damn it. Yeah. So the popcorn bucket thing. Somebody came into the Cinemark and the woman was like, "Oh yeah, they came in and they bought every single one of them." And I'm like, "Why would you allow that?"
Because they don't give a shit. This isn't like
So
it
stupid.
hasn't caught up to a lot of these theaters like rabid fan base, and it soon will. I guarantee you. And they're gonna have to fucking institute some kind of like
Yeah.
some kind of rule.
This is a pretty cool bucket.
That's all right. I
The
still like the other
paintwork's
one
not
more.
great, but the
Yeah,
concept of
yeah,
like it wrapped around is pretty sweet. But this is definitely the shining star from the
yeah.
movie. Damn.
Just the fact that you can put something behind it, put the lights on, it's really cool.
Yeah. So
I still have to watch this, dude.
to answer the robot reviews, yes, you should do it. You could. He said bubbling water and battle damaged Ronin inside of it. I think you guys enjoy it. Yeah, I want to see that.
Okay.
He said he already did it, so I really
Yeah.
didn't read that message.
No, you did not.
I focused too hard on the
You were
voice.
just focused on you got another super chat. But could you please just do it with your voice?
Um, can I do it with my voice?
I don't
People
want to
seem
burn.
to
I don't
like
want to
it.
burn out the bit, but
Okay,
it's
yeah.
so funny.
Johnny Nostalgia, hear me out. Mega Man boss battle backgrounds for Jada. Mega
Oh,
Man boss battle backgrounds. I like that. And the number
I
4.
think that's something you should do.
I know, but I like it. So hear me out. Mega Man boss battle backgrounds for Jada. I don't know. So here's the thing. I appreciate the $2, by the way. Thank you, Eric, and thank you for the idea. So I am trying to push myself more into like never just releasing something that is the thing and more of like an interpretation or let me do this by hand. So like the Ninja Pizza stuff that I did for the street scene, that was more of like kind of playing the space, learning the windows. It's the most popular street scene thing I do, but it is just taking images from the show, kind of reworking them, trying to make them fit within the windows and stuff, and then adding things on top of that. I want to go more like even if I am recreating the thing, let me just draw it all from my angle or interpretation or whatever, and less of that.
Yeah.
So Mega Man would be purely the only logical thing is either recreating it from scratch and it's a replica one-to-one background thing, or because you probably can't find the image unless there's like a giant wallpaper image that's out there. So yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm like, nah, I don't care. There's somebody I guarantee doing that stuff for on Etsy for the IKEA shelves because pretty much everything exists as a background. And there are a lot of people that can just take an image from the internet and make a thing. And I really want to exit that realm, even for the smallest of things. So if it's something that I like the idea of, that's like a fun little thing like this. Whoops. Come on. This is my channel, not Hatters. If I want to do Michelangelo's birthday calendar, then I'm just going to draw it from scratch. I'm going to freeze frame it, look at it, and then draw it from scratch.
Freeze frame. Yeah.
So I don't have a way to make this available yet. It will happen. But I'm thinking about, I mean, I have so many ideas, man. It sucks. So I want to do a Donnie's Lab accessory pack like I did for the NECA van.
Oh, I like that idea.
Where there's like smoke and stuff, because I have previously made a little tiny smoke thing and then I never did anything with it. And I took a photo with it, but I want to have just random shit like that. So you go into the lab and maybe there's like something's on fire, there's smoke coming out of something. There's like little paper things. I know
Dude,
people already do.
I think that would do real well. I like the idea of, yeah, like smoke again, like just to piggyback on what you're saying, like as a fan, I'm not saying this is the thing you do, but
Right.
like yeah, like some calendar, if there was some papers or some, I don't know,
Yeah,
receipts
like in
or plans and
this
shit.
thing from the only challenge is figuring out how to score and fold these things without breaking the edges. But this is Donatello's certificate that he got from whatever episode that was. So his diploma is in here.
Yeah.
Uh, so that was another thing. It was like, well, I'll just draw it by scratch. You only see one side of it, so figure out what the back looks like, so it still folds and looks like an envelope and has like little cartoon lines. So I have things like that. But yeah, I want to do like, here's the lab version, stuff that needs to go on the table, like his workbench. People already have available like little blueprints for vans and all that stuff. That stuff's all over Etsy. So I got to find a way to like play in that space that's my version. And then the kitchen, and that's where the Michelangelo's birthday would be, because it goes on the refrigerator. But yeah, start planning stuff out for the kitchen, what could go in there, like the cereal boxes, even if it's not from the show. But I could finally offer a folded and glued version of the cereal boxes,
Yeah.
which was from the show, but right now it's just like a digital download only.
John, did you say blueprints? Because that's a good idea too.
I did, and the people already do that though, because that's like, if you go to
I
Etsy
know,
and you
but like,
type
if
in,
but who
people
cares?
already do it.
Okay, but does it really matter if like it's in a box of other stuff that's also original? Like, don't you want to be comprehensive and be like I don't want to go to the Etsy person. I just want it all from John. So
Okay,
like
that's fair. Yeah,
I wouldn't again, this is my advice, but like I understand the thing of originality, but don't unoriginal yourself out of like people wanting just the stuff that they want
yeah,
mixed in with the stuff that is original.
right. No, that's fair. That's a good point. I mean, it's like when people ask for certain things, and I like the arcade machines, and I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, I only want to do original ideas like Tempestra. Well, it's not even an original idea. I mean, I guess it is. It's like I'm taking the idea that Tempestra is an arcade and then building it from scratch.
right.
Um, that and then doing stuff that other people don't make stickers for. So I also did the Simpsons video game, whatever the heck, the Larry the Looter.
Yeah, the Larry the
It's like
Looter. That's
it's
a great
in an
idea.
episode, but it doesn't, like, nobody else is making that because I have to make it by scratch or from
Yeah.
scratch. So I like playing in that space more, but people are constantly asking for just a regular TMNT arcade. It's like they don't care. They want Pac-Man. They want the basic stuff that already
No, I
existed.
know, but
So
like,
you're right. That's a
but your TMNT arcade did well, did it not?
Yeah, Tempestra's definitely the most popular thing, so I should
Yeah.
always just be selling at least the stickers for
I'm
that. But
I'm just again, you do what you want to do, but don't original yourself out of like being competitive in the market and
right,
selling, and don't discount the fact that like people also want your version and your
right,
interpretation of those things.
yes, it's
I do
very
want to read
fair.
the super chat right here from McDoidles for $5. Guys, I could do that voice too. Watch this. Happy Friday, you fucking monkeys, huh? Wasn't that as good as
I am
John?
curious if a robot would go F pound percentage king.
Damn it, he did it better than me. That even with that quick one. Son of a bitch.
What can I say? I,
I'm
I
gonna
I'm
edit that out.
I'm quick. So what I wanted to say about these vans, okay, because we didn't really talk about it. Prices are stupid. They're stupid good. So if you let me up here. $99 for the white one or the black one.
Yes.
And then we're gonna say 50. So 100 for shipping, probably $150. These things are big.
Yeah,
You
that's the other thing.
cannot
These things
beat
are gonna be big,
the
guys.
price. The price is so good. I personally want the white one. Okay. I want the white one, but I
I
want
do
it
too.
with this accessory pack, and you can't do that. So
Oh.
the fact that, like, so this is a rework of the black. So the black here, you got all the chrome and everything, just looks like a work van. And then you got this version where he blacked out the wheels, maybe changed some other stuff, and then added all the accessory parts to it, which $110 more to get all of those accessories. Great price. You get the wing, the lights, the whatever freaking thing over the windshield, bumpers, all the stuff. Can't beat it. But I want the white one with those accessories because he actually showed it off one of his like promo things. It was like, hey, all these accessories do work on on the white one.
Well, maybe there's a reason. Is he in the chat? Ace, are you here? We should just ask him. Like, maybe there is a reason why, but he's usually very available for feedback. So I don't know. Like, you're talking about this accessory, like the thing
Yeah.
that's on your screen right
If
now.
you
Like,
think about the ramen racer, you could buy the ramen racer and then you could add the flame sets and the other sets.
yeah,
You could add that on, and then it
let's
would
just
get
fucking
packaged.
ask him.
I commented and said I would love the white one, and I've made it kind of clear anytime I've talked about it. I'd love the white one with this accessory set.
I'll talk to him. Just
And
say his name 3 times. Ace is like Beetlejuice. It'll just pop right up. I too want the white van, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I want it for my turtles and just sort of try to. I know it's not the same van from the 1990 movie, but I don't know, like maybe like try to create
Well,
something.
if nothing else, imagine this scene here, and you got some foot soldiers in the back with a bunch of boxes.
Dude, I'm telling you, right? Like,
Yeah.
imagine the foot soldiers just like piled into this thing. Like, yeah, it's. I could do something with this van. I would like to dirty it up a little bit.
Right.
Like to me, it's too clean, but that's neither here nor there. That's easy.
So a couple key differentiators too is that if you want a second row of seating or whatever, you can only, well, I don't even see it here. You can only get it in
Get it?
the A-Team version.
Yeah, the 18 version is the deluxe. You're saying that you want the option to have that shit?
No, I don't care about the second row or the captain's chairs or anything like that. But I just wanted people that are watching to know.
Okay.
And for some reason, you can't see it here. It's not in the image.
Da, 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 da,
But it's not A-Team. Just so anybody knows.
No, I was just on a separate note singing the A-Team song.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people want a Punisher van.
Yeah, I assume that this one is going to be the most popular one.
Yeah.
If not,
God,
I mean, this one might be, but I would say this is.
It's hard to pick, man.
Because I don't care about the A-Team, and it's so specific to the A-Team. And who makes A-Team figures? I assume they exist. I don't know, but you don't have the Marvel Legend Kit Bash stuff. But if this is your van, A-Team, you have to love A-Team. That's the only thing you get out of this. This thing can be whatever you want. You could take the accessory sets off of it. It's just a normal black van. Add this stuff on. It's a zombie apocalypse thing. Punisher. This is beautiful.
Yeah, I like a good armored van.
The black one's okay. Doesn't do anything for me, but the white one is so like generic that now, because we pay taxes, we're allowed to use things like, you can make and sell NASA merchandise because it's like the people own it kind of thing or whatever. So you could put USPS on this and sell it and no problem.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That you can't get in trouble if you made this USPS.
Oh, I see.
And sold it and like clearly labeled it as United States Postal Service stuff because it's like of the people kind of thing. But that is an obvious thing. This needs to become Postal Service things. So you got FedEx, which makes the most visual sense. UPS doesn't make as much sense, but probably FedEx is ideal.
I want to spotlight this. My new friend, Your Childhood Was Trash. Check out their podcast. John, you did a podcast with them. I just did one recently. Can we get a 6-inch Chris Farley with that van? I don't want to blow up the spot. You guys should check out the appearance on there. First of all, thank you for the $2 super chat. But they're gonna publish a thing I did there, and we do talk about a certain action figure line that I think is just going to blow up the world. Okay, and he's kind of hinting at it right here. But well, besides Flip, obviously Flipboard is going to blow everything up. But
speaking of SNL,
thanks,
did you see that they're making a movie?
No, it's not an SNL movie. It's like an SNL series. It's like a. I think
Oh,
it's a TV series. I
I
think
thought it
it's
was a
like,
movie
or maybe it's broken up into episodes. But yeah, I saw that it's a
called
Jason
Saturday
Reitman.
Night.
Yeah, looks good.
He looks very good. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
the beginning, the launch of Saturday Night Live.
yeah. Episode
Yeah,
comes out
your
on the
childhood
25th.
was trash. Agreed. Episode comes out the 26th. Mark your calendars, folks. You can go back and watch mine. It's one of the first out. So
Yeah, that's when they were still kind of getting on their feet. So they were like,
yeah,
who
they're like, we got to get
we
some.
need, yeah, we just need any guest. But now that they're kind of established, they're like, all right, let's go for heavy hitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Reed knows. It's got to be. This is like. It's a perfect van for that. It's a perfect van for any of the characters that you come up with that live in that Flipper universe that are deliver people.
I would, yeah, I have that tosser character, so maybe I
Yeah.
can like once that's sculpted, I can put that in there. I could do, yeah. There's tons of stuff you can do with a white van.
Um. Yes, this is what I was thinking of.
I think it's a movie. They showed the trailer before. I think we're talking about the same thing. I thought it was a series, but maybe it's a movie. I don't know.
I'd be fine with a series because I love a good 8-hour movie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's a perfect van. Imagine Tosser's there with his crazy skull face and but it's almost like I'm imagining that his postal van is like a van from hell. Like
It has to be built off of this one.
yeah, it's like crazy,
Dude.
insane, laughing skull.
Okay. Now
van.
I like the idea of
The UPOS van.
It's really much more complicated now, but I like the idea of his van being like a van from hell. So now it's kind of got this Ghost Rider feeling.
Right.
It's just a mashup of all of these different original ideas, not taken from anything else.
Not taken from a completely original. I don't even know what you're talking about by even suggesting it could be taken from something else.
But yes, the white one for me, I just desperately want this accessory set. It's like, Ace, I'll give you $30 for the accessory set. It's only $10 more to get this van from the white van. I'll give you $30 to just give me the damn accessories, and then I'll have the perfect set option. Like, it's primarily going to live like this because it's going to get, like, this is a base. Like, people want stickers. Okay, great, cool. That's what I'm going to do. I would buy this because I would want stickers. I would want to make stickers. So my original idea, especially when I saw the black one, was like, oh, it needs like a mural on the side of like a wizard on a mountain or something. That's not really my art style though. So maybe you and I could work together. You could sketch it out and I can color it.
I'll do that.
We can have an awesome 80s mural that's just like heavy metal.
I would do that for sure.
But the white one becomes a base for FedEx or USPS or a flower service or whatever you would want. Like literally you could just make up a business and have that on the side of it. It's a perfect template to become anything you would want.
I agree. Controversial Toys, the baby boys there with the $5. Thanks, buddy. It's going to be the base for my custom Channel 6 news van. That's another one.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. That people, I'm sure
I'll sell it as Channel 9, but if people want to flip the 9 over to a 6, that's up to them.
Ooh, what about Channel 69? And you get both of things.
Well, yeah, that fits my shelf up here.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, yo.
In our latest figure with the squishies.
Yes. Watch out for that review. It's going to get 1 million hits.
Yeah, I guess that's the thumbnail, huh?
Yeah. So, John, last thing I do want to talk about is apparently, I don't know if you got your Facebook up or whatever, but there is a visual reveal of the Musk. Speaking of Ramen Toys, I believe he put it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. What was that?
Valley Girl all of a sudden.
No, that was a robot voice. What?
Oh, that was your robot voice? Your robot voice.
What happened?
Sounds very attractive.
Don't say that. Oh, he put a light in there. Now people are going to think it comes with a light.
Yeah, I know. People are going to go, it comes with a light confirmed. It does look really nice with like.
What if it had this option? Yeah. I don't know. I make sure it's got a dome on it so it's not too bright. Leave it up to the people to do that, Ace. Don't overwork yourself. But I do like the floor. It looks like it's got the rubber mat in the floor. So we got distracted because that's his latest post. This is what we're talking about. Plus, look at this little tease. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so that's actually good for scale because like, all right, let's say that thing is as long as the ramen racer. Now you know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, he
This thing
originally
looks great.
his early prototypes, he had the ramen racer on it, and I was like, oh, now I want that. Was what sold me on the ramen racer, actually, was seeing it with the street and everything, and I was like, oh fuck. So then I bought
Right.
it.
Dude, I
Yeah.
think this is gonna be really good. I'm not I know one of the questions is gonna be, can you pull this apart and segment it? I think
Yes.
yes, I think you
All of
can.
these are squares down here. So this is
Yeah.
it truly is. I don't know how my to play off of that question. If this is meant to do that, I want him to build this in all the iterations it can be done. So obviously he's going to show us like the one sewer layer, which is what started this whole fucking thing. Show us that, but now show us the version where this back wall can go in half, the floor can go in half, in quarters actually. So can I have half a sewer built? Can I have half a street? Can I, like, how modular is this modular underground
Are you
sewer
talking
command?
about when you say half, are you talking about cutting the depth in half?
I don't think you can do that because the side walls are all one piece, but the back walls are split down the middle.
Oh, I see.
So it could be
Okay.
half the width. So if you
Oh, I
wanted like
see.
little
Okay.
segments, or you're like, oh, it fits in my cubicle, my little cube shelf or whatever,
Right.
like that is going to change the game where it truly is modular. Because I know he's got a lot of things that move around. Like you could put this sewer hole on the left, you could put this thing over on the right. Um, the piping is wherever you want to put it. So there's a lot of modular in that sense. But I would assume that the floor is built the same way on this section here as it is over here. So if I wanted to do half a sewer, I could. And then have half a street. Like thinking of it in that level of being truly modular would really push the value of this thing and really get more people to buy in, I think.
I think you're right. I think I'm just trying to think like how that would work. I mean, he's gonna do like at the very least on his channel, like probably like a video demo of the modularity. So I don't want to
Yeah.
guess. I don't want to guess wrong, but yes, I agree that that
And if you
that
could
could be
take
cool.
these extra blank walls, like this one over here, like I'm also guessing that the doorway is part of that wall. Like you can't just take it off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
you could, because maybe it's just magnets, then awesome. But if you could take these like the blank walls and stick them on top, so now that you have like it's not two sewer layers wide, but one, and then the street scene is double the height. So then
Right.
the especially for this light, because the light is the correct height, but there's no wall there.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait to see this, man. I think I also the reason why I'm also excited about this because like I think it'll solve. So this Donnie Lab is pretty cool, but you know, I think I'm itching for something that has a little more realism too. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so
Yes.
I think that because it's very cartoony. I think
Yes.
this is going to be yeah. I can't wait to see more of this,
'Cause
man.
and we've seen it with other people's stuff. Well, there's proof that the door is cut out. We've seen it with other people's stuff that putting toon characters into a realistic background works, but putting realistic characters into a toon background doesn't. Does that
Right,
make sense?
right,
Yeah.
right, 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 right.
So it would make a lot of sense for a lot of people to have this as your definitive sewer option. And
Yeah,
then if you want to build a toon version, you can do that. If you want to go movie version or comic, Last Ronin stuff would look really good in this.
Yes, yes. Mike is saying, I agree. I thought Ace would be more solid. Why is it a foam board? Is it a foam board? I don't know. His whole
No,
thing.
these are all prototype. It's all plastic, but it's all prototype too. So it's not gonna like, see, you can see the segments here for the plastic.
Yeah, I would wait till the final only because like I know that one of the big reasons for the delay was structural. So I wouldn't he's very good with that kind of stuff and very fucking anal with that kind of stuff too.
Right.
So I can't imagine that that's not on his mind.
Yeah, the most important thing to remember with Ramen Toys is that you are seeing things from the beginning throughout the entire process. They don't show you like the final prototype or final like rendered thing or whatever. You get the phases. So this is not what the final thing is going to look like. This is like the test. Okay, we learned by doing this that we need to change this or do this or make this thing work, or the magnets need to be stronger for this thing, or the lights aren't good enough, which he's adjusted the lights already. By doing this, he figured out that they had to get new LEDs. But yeah, this is.
But I would. I mean, here's what I like about one thing that I like about Ace is he's going to do a stream. Ask him these questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know that he spent a lot of time with structural stuff. So I would hit him. He can, because he can take it. He's like Batman. You know what I mean? What's the thoughts in terms of the structural? Because I will say, even on my thing with my foam board, it's got a little sagginess on that foam board there. So,
oh yeah, the NECA foam board is a sad sack of dickholes.
I don't like it. I don't like looking at like that little, like it just makes me a sad panda. The lights look great. You got a super chat here from J-Ski Johnny Boy.
Oh, Jay, whoa, he's actually here. Well, look at that. He's usually kind of here early and then dips out because he's working, but he's got a busy, busty budget season meetings, presentations, numbers, and numbering. But supporting my dog. Hey, thank you so much, Jay, for the $10. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I hope you can crunch those numbers.
Yes. Okay. Well, he's going to have to crunch them again because I also got a sweet $10 from J-Ski. And he says, please refer to comment on that other guy's stream, but supporting my other dog too. So you're not the only dog, Jonathan. Okay.
Well, who let the dogs out?
Who let? That's the age-old question. But yeah, thanks, buddy. I also got to thank Dutch Has a Plan with the $4.99. What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts on? He didn't say y'all at all. I don't know why I'm reading that. What are your thoughts on Uncle Todd's medieval spawn? Oh boy, Kickstart. I'm glad he changed Artist Proof version to matte silver. It looks dope.
Don't know nothing about it.
Super chat. John, how many of the medieval spawns did you buy? Like 6, 7? Like how many did you get on Kickstarter?
I was so put off by it that I actually refunded other spawn figures.
Oh, that's crazy. You know what? I was debating it, but I got so disappointed from the first spawn with it's one of those things that when I first saw it, I was like, this is pretty damn cool. And over time, the cape really bothers me. It's a whole other subject. And so now I'm debating if I should get the medieval one. I don't know. I'm a sucker for a spawn Kickstarter, but I just don't know. I just don't know.
You are a sucker.
Yeah. Oh. What are we looking at here? Whoa, look at that engine.
So this is the next batch of ramen racers. However, anybody with a good normal brain would realize that these have like a black chrome finish. These are not the original chrome versions. Also, I don't know what's going on with the rubber bands here, but the last ramen racer did not look like this. And when you read through the comments, he's like, yeah, this isn't going to be the same thing. This is something different. So expect new things. I know he was going to release the Ramen Racer again in September for people that watched my review in the comments and stuff. And he's mentioned it on here on Facebook that there will be in September more Ramen Racers to buy. So this is some other version. I don't know what to expect out of this.
Yeah.
Plus, if you remember, he did, and I don't know where the hell we're ever going to see it. The ramen razor,
Oh, the Mad Max, the not
kind of,
Mad
yeah,
Max
inspired by, but it's not the it's not, what is that car from Mad Max?
Interceptor.
Interceptor. Yeah, it's not an interceptor. So it is just a ramen racer with post-apocalyptic gear on it.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. That tank too is pretty. I'm not in the tank business, but
Yeah.
it's huge, man. It's he's really going for it.
Yeah. This, I think I even yeah, this is me after my morning coffee.
Yeah, I've seen it. Gross.
Gross
Um,
indeed. But yeah, I think he's really playing into, see, look, don't do that to me, Ace. This is like, don't put the LED in that photo because now people are going to expect it.
maybe it's an
Don't
oversight.
do this because now Johnny Nostalgia wants it.
Yeah,
I can't buy 2 vans
yeah, it's a lot of
just to
space,
do
but
this. That's silly.
yeah.
Oh,
Loyal subjects,
what
by the way, do
pervert
yeah. There you
is
go.
this?
There you go. Look at that sexiness. Loyal subjects is doing mask, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
I know, dude. I'm so fucking pissed about that.
Well, if you want to get unpissed, Super7 is also doing it. So,
Seriously?
uh, two of your favorite I think Super7 is doing mask. I thought
Dude,
like
I don't fucking understand. I don't know, but I would assume that Ace was like one of the things that he was like his secret meetings with people trying to get license approvals. Probably one of them was with Mask saying like, "Look, we've already, I don't want to show you, but I'm going to show you that we've already been making stuff." Um but the fact you the people Mask has been God, loyal subjects had to just fucking pay a ton of money so that they were the people to do it. I'm sure that
yeah, it
some
probably
other
did.
company was like, "No, this is a ripoff. No, we're
It
not gonna
probably
do
did.
that."
By the way, that's because who owns Mask? Is it Hasbro? Who?
Hasbro.
I don't know. Is
Yeah,
it?
they are the keepers of
By the
everything.
way, here's a little thing that I know about Hasbro, and this applies to other companies. Like, if you are a company that tries to license a Hasbro property to
Yeah,
make for another company, so let's say maybe one about like a bunch of guys that bust ghosts, they charge you up the ass for it. I found this out this week. I have little people whispering in my ear, and somebody in my ears, and somebody was talking about a certain Mondo, maybe I don't know, maybe a Mondo uh, figures that are coming out soon, and this applies to other stuff. Licensing from Hasbro, I guess the game is like, well, if you're going to compete with us in our space, we want to have the we want to have the even though we don't care about these licenses, like we don't give a shit about Indiana Jones and we don't give a shit about Mask. There's a possibility that maybe one day we give a shit about it. So we are going to charge you, a toy company, up the ass
yeah,
to use our license. So if you are ever upset about those other companies charging more for their figures,
yeah,
you got to figure like right now, if Hatter Toys was like, hey, I want to make an Indiana Jones figure. If I have to charge $200 for it, just know that a bunch of it is because I'm getting charged crazy prices from their license.
yeah.
That's killing me. I
Also,
found that out. I didn't
it's
realize that.
really important that people are aware that the Mondo stuff it costs more because Hasbro put pressure on it to the people that have the license of it. And then on top of that, they forced them to remove tons of accessories that they wanted to do. So this is not Mono doesn't want to charge what they're charging for what is in the box, but they're really doing everything they can to maximize the value behind all that stuff.
Yeah. Talk to the primary license holders apparently
Yeah.
because and again, this is a good source because I'm Hollywood Hatter, so I know
This
people
is
that
like when
work with
Hogan
license.
switched over.
Yeah, like Hulk Hogan. So it's yeah, it's kind of fucked up. It's a
Oh,
fucked
so
up
you're gonna
game.
become, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. We don't get political.
um Allison Troy is here. The great Allison Troy. Oh
The
yeah, you got a
great
super chat,
Allison.
buddy.
Oh, I dare you to do an entire review in that hey voice. I could totally do that, by the way. If the character makes sense to do that, then I would do that. I mean, you forget, maybe I forget that I used to have a lot more fun with my channel and not just do reviews like a bitch. I used to do the Auto T stuff, which was funny. And I did a review because they never shipped them by the time they were supposed to ship them. So I did a invisible review basically.
Yeah. You
So
also
yeah.
did that voice. I did hear it once before when you did a Mad Hatter diss track. But it made me laugh that time and made me laugh this time.
Well, the Mad Hatter diss track, there were two. There was the
Yeah,
main
I'm not talking about
video.
the song.
The other one was an actual AI voice
Oh,
because I had
okay.
because I said
Yeah, that's
the
right.
whole point of that one was like, oh, you guys like lazy videos because your response video was standing in a bathroom reading it off your paper.
That's right.
So
That's
mine was
right.
like, oh, you like lazy stuff. So I had Chat GPT write the lyrics and then I used a bot to sing them.
That's
So
right.
I didn't do
That's
any.
right.
I was like, this is the lowest effort I could do.
Yeah, those are good times. um, yeah. So, yeah, it's a fucked up thing. I don't think they'll ever say it, and but again, these came from very credible sources that it's basically like, oh, okay, well, if you want to compete with us on the 1/12 scale, we got to make it so that we're the heroes, even though we don't do anything with this license. Let's face it. But so if you want to complain, my whole thing is like I like when people complain to the right department, and I found
Right.
that out because I was also put off. I was like, why he's so expensive, and then you find out, you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I guess that
At
makes
the
sense.
end of the day, even for however much it was, 202 or 101, doesn't matter.
200
Even
bucks.
for those prices of what you get, it's still going to be the best version of real Ghostbusters that have ever existed and will probably ever exist after
Oh,
this. Unless,
you're not. You will not get a lot.
no.
They're not going to do
So
anything.
it's
Like
worth the price. It's very boutique. It's very accurate. It's worth the price. They'll be worth a fuck ton of
I
money.
think so. I think so. I think when the dust settles, you're gonna have. And dude, people pay the same. People pay $100 a figure for
They pay
Mezco.
$500-$600 for a cat, a battle cat.
Yeah, I just paid $250 for this stupid fucking Krang that I hate this Krang.
You should just
I
keep the
hate this.
Krang out and use it as a stress ball every time you look at it.
Dude, that stress ball, everybody that commented on that video telling me that I'm fucking crying, yeah, I'm crying. I paid $245 for that. It was not advertised as a stress ball. They didn't mention that. They didn't say comes with stress ball Krang. Okay.
We
That's not high
know
end.
you're overcharging you for this, so
Yeah.
the
By the
upgrade
way, just as an aside, I love people that like tell me stuff like I'm an infant. They're like, that stuff that you see at like a high-end shoe store. Yeah, I know. I live in LA. We have high-end shoe stores on every fucking block. I get it. It's a sofubi. I get it. It's a higher end artist thing. It's an artistic thing. It's like modern art where it's a white wall and a red dot, and somebody pays $50,000 for it because it's modern art. I know what it is. I am not unaware of the idea of high-end toys, high-end sofubis, high-end. I'm not going, this should be an action figure. Like, that's not what it is. I'm saying for what this is, it's a ripoff. In the category of what this is,
yeah.
not compared to other stuff, for what it is a ripoff.
Well,
I want
look,
to, because there's a lot of dumb people,
yeah.
and they think you're as dumb as them. They're like,
I'm
I'm
just
dumb.
glad
This
to
guy's
know.
got to be dumb too.
Look, I'm just glad to know that people comment and it doesn't really affect you.
I'm human. Okay.
It's water off your back or whatever the hell that saying is.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I understand.
Although
what
you're
you're
pretty
saying, John.
hairy guy, so that water probably gets trapped in there. So it's not
Yeah.
really.
Anyway, Video Power Gaming, thank you for the super chat. It sounds like Hasbro's to blame. On that note, is PulseCon today? I don't know what's a PulseCon, what's a toy, what's a sofubi. We don't know.
Yeah, I
John,
don't think
I gotta
there's
wrap it
anything
up.
exciting from Hasbro today, but we'll fucking see. Oh,
Yeah.
look, real Ghostbusters. Super Mario has become real Ghostbusters.
Oh, there you go.
Love it.
Okay, before we go, Flipboard, this is the last weekend. We have to close off all numbers today. I'm very excited. We're finally going into production. So if you are on the backer kit or you want to go to the pre-order store, lock it in now. BBTS sold out of their Flipboard stock. They have to buy more Flipboard stock from us, by the way.
Which is awesome. They advertise it a lot.
So they did real well, and they bought some more from us. But if you want it, come and get. Isn't that a song? Anyway, that's this weekend. And John, is there any other stuff? Do you want to do that thing where we pretend to talk and then we cut it off, or do you want to just say, what do you want to do?
I talk about 5K Toys a lot, and everybody needs to go on there and be shopping ahead of time and not just waiting for my reviews, because this shit sells out, not because of me, but just because it's always low quantity stuff or whatever. So they also have featured stock, and stuff will show up that I didn't know was going to be on. Like Biker Mice from Mars are on there for some reason. The
they are?
Frazetta
Really?
Girl Tigra is on there, and she's only $71. So it's like you can also get. They'll have Mayfex and stuff that show up randomly, but the fact that she's only $71 on their website is cheaper than other places. So yeah, you got to just kind of keep an eye. That's a website you just have to, I look at it daily. It's fucking annoying.
Wow, that's well,
Look at my hair.
Yeah, your hair's doing some whoa, John, don't do that. John,
what?
Can you not do that?
You try it.
No, I can't. Jerk.
All right.
I didn't know that they have Tigra up there. Dude, that's $1 more than
showed
it
up
cost
yesterday.
That's literally $1 more than it costs on the Frazetta Girl site.
Oh, also, yeah, look, bro. How about this? Also, I didn't think you were going to make it today because you had internet issues, and I was going to get on here and then ask viewers if somebody wanted to join me, which is a really fucking dangerous place to play. But I was willing to do that. So one day that might happen. Maybe that'll be next week. So get ready, folks. It'll be random.
Oh man, look at that.
So this is up. This was a pretty hot item. If you've seen people post pictures of this thing, if you want, look, that's definitely Chris. What's his name? Chris. Not is it Chris? What's his name?
Ooh. I don't know who.
Sam Elliott from Sam. What's his face? He was in the Ghost Rider movie, and he was in.
Oh yes, Sam the actor Sam Elliott.
Okay. Yeah, the guy with the really deep voice.
Yeah, the Coen brothers.
He does the dude's narration.
Yeah.
You get a whole freaking light up horse with this thing, and it is up and $145. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, you can get figure only, you can get horse only.
Horsey of Vengeance.
So that's a good deal to get both of them. But yeah, that's a pretty hot looking thing. But yeah, there's shit on here that just shows up that wasn't available 2 days ago. Like this wasn't up yesterday. Don't know anything about that. This was maybe up if you like Golden Axe stuff. Storm collectibles.
Oh, wow.
So
they get all this shit.
It's so random, dude. Like I don't like, why do they have these?
Yeah, that's weird, man. That's weird, man.
It's some weird shit, brother.
I do have this guy on pre-order. I have to pay for him. The Metal Gear homeless guy.
Or you mean the Metal Slug? I do the same thing.
Slug,
I always say Metal Gear. But yeah, they're selling the bodies by themselves, by the way. So if you like the bodies of things from this line, which are all fantastic bodies, the male or female versions, super fucking cheap.
Yeah.
But it's $25 for the body, and it comes with the hands and stuff. And you can get the large burst. Regular burst.
Is somebody saying, John, show how the horse charges?
Oh, I don't know. I'll look that up as well. But you can also get the male bodies, regular and strong, and then they come with the hand, so you can build this dude, the Street Fighter version.
Build some geese. Get some geese.
So charge up horsey time.
Yes, they said.
Oh, that's right. You can't see it in the photo, but it does plug in right under the tail. It has a butthole.
Oh, so the plug goes right in its ass and it can.
Yeah, it's a circular hole, and it literally is in the butthole. It is the butthole.
I like that.
So smart.
I'm glad you went back.
Yeah. Hard to see here, but I've seen people on Instagram post it, and yeah, the cord just goes whoop.
I like that.
But anyway.
Yeah. Shop at 5K Toys. They got some good shit. I got to buy some an orc there.
One more thing. I know you're like, fuck you. I have to go.
Fuck you, man.
Let's see. I'm gonna present myself.
Oh.
1/6 Kit might be a website that people trust a little bit more than HK Toy Box, but I'm sure they're both fine. This from Manipple. This is a great studio. They've made a lot of great products, but you can pre-order now to get a hold of for the Marvel Legends Wolverine. So if you want a sleeveless Wolverine, and I talk about this in my video, it premieres in an hour. So my Wolverine and Deadpool ZD Toys is out at noon today. But yeah, so this is the only way, the only company, the only thing that's happening. If you want, unless you're doing Hot Toys, if you want to get the Marvel Legends Wolverine and Deadpool figures, pre-order these things, $10. Well, 25 from this company. There you go. You got sleeveless Wolverine.
That's a clever idea.
Yeah, and if you do go to HK Toy Box and look for that, I'm sure if I type in Wolverine, it'll pull up. And then you can change it to English and English dollars. It's not what that is. English dollars?
They should call those arms Jonathan Nostalgia arms.
But yeah, so they have it shown off here with the shoulder covers missing as well, which is good. Shoulder
would you call? Sorry, John. If I could just a distributor, yeah. Well, it's a retailer, right? Like
what?
5K Toys. 5K Toys is just
it's just a website, just like they're just a store.
It's just a store, but you can get a lot of like third party things there. You got to charge your horse some time. It is time for my 8 a.m. poop. You're right. Although I'm. If you saw my face struggling a few minutes ago, I already shit while we were on the live stream. Danny with the eyes. My buddy Dozer.
It's because of your IBS.
Yeah, exactly. Love Wolverine's python arms. No, he doesn't. He's fucking lying. He's just trying to be agreeable. Yeah, sorry, retailer. All right, John. How do we wrap this thing up? Should I do? I can do the AI voice just as good as you.
Okay.
Watch this, guys. All right, everybody. You welcome, or sorry, this has been Hatter and Johnny. Right, guys? I'm doing it good too.